Oh, there's 3 of them. Got one over here. Come up a little bit higher, further, dude. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Bo here from BZHub. I thought, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we definitely need to have a turkey hunt. And seeing as though the Hunter Classic is our only way to make sure we can do that, we're going to be doing it in the Hunter Classic. But I'll tell you, to up the stakes, I know that one of the favorite things, one of my favorite things about being part of this whole community is knowing that a good amount of people aren't from the United States, probably don't celebrate this holiday of ours, Thanksgiving. And so I thought throughout this whole venture, we might just give a lowdown on the history of Thanksgiving, throw in some fun facts here and there, and also bag ourselves a turkey. So let's go get them, everybody. I hope, well, I hope for one, you're so busy with family that you're watching this the day after Thanksgiving. But if not, thanks for tuning in, and let's go get ourselves a gobble gobbler. All right, we are starting out at the Causeway in White Hart Island. My God, I'm gonna hit the shift button forever to sprint. But here we go. We're running towards where I usually go for turkey, and we'll just see what we hear along the way. But in the meantime, let's start off with our first Thanksgiving Day history. Oh, buck! It's that buck's lucky day. We're on the mission for turkey. Just letting you all know, I am shorting this quite a bit because there's a lot of history there, and I don't want anyone to get mad if I'm like looking over something. Okay, I'm telling you basic bits of it. All right. So let's just get into it. So it all started in the 1600s when pilgrims from Europe were coming over to the Americas in hope to find some religious freedom, I suppose. And this is when they came into contact with the Wampanoag Native Americans. Now, what took place over the next century were 3 major things you should know about. One was disease. Shouldn't come as a shocker. If you're from a certain place such as Europe and you're taking in these diseases that you and Asia and maybe Africa all experience, once you kind of go over a large body of water like the Atlantic Ocean and you come in contact with all these Americans who have never experienced these diseases, they kind of catch all those diseases that you overcame. So the Native Americans were in quite an epidemic. The next thing is pretty classic for Europeans and Americans somewhat. You know, when they came in contact with these Native Americans who were kind of considered savages at the time, they took them in to be workers back in Europe against their will, you know, that whole thing. And so that kind of created a lot of conflict, and there was a lot of battles and whatnot, but it did all basically start with the Wampanoag people, you know, teaching the pilgrims, you know, how to live off the land, you know, to fish, how to cultivate crops in that region. And, you know, it might not have been all the pilgrims who were taking people back to the, you know, the European colonies or cities and whatnot, but it is something that still happened, and it's not that great. So if you do hear anyone talk about the darker side of Thanksgiving, this is kind of the stuff that they're referring to. It's the slave trade, it's the conflict, it's the diseases, all this kind of stuff. So, of course, as an unfortunate outcome to all this conflict and slave trade and disease and whatnot, the Wampanoag people were just, you know, a skeleton of what they were before, and now that their population is, you know, so down, they're now being pretty much overtaken by rival tribes. So it became one of these things where they realized that the chief needed to team up with the pilgrims in the area, basically to come to an agreement to create some sort of safety, because the other tribes are warring with them, and they need protection. Basically, it was like a mafia type deal. But basically, it was during this time period where they were trying to come to an agreement of safety that, you know, they brought together all of this food and they ate over a couple days' time, and this is where it's believed the Thanksgiving Day dinner took place. Now here's an actual fun fact for you. It is believed that there weren't actually turkeys on the table during the first Thanksgiving Day dinner because it was up in New England and such a long time ago. You know, they really thought that they had more things like lobster, fish, eels, you know, maybe a deer, goose, duck, chickens, kind of things like that, that the Pilgrims would have had as domesticated animals, but also Native Americans would have brought to the table. Crops they had harvested, as well as, you know, wild animals and whatnot. Oh my god. This is seriously the moment we've all been waiting for. This is what I always used to do when I would play. Yes, freaking nailed it that time. Then you put your hunter mate away so you can see where it is. And we're just gonna run for a good ways. Oh, there's deer out here. Look at that. I don't know if that's a good one or not. Alright. We're gonna get out our hooter. Everyone listen. It's supposed to tell us where the turkeys are. We have a field full of deer, but instead, we're searching for turkeys. Gotta put some on the table. Oh, is that it? We got a freaking elk over here. Listen up, elk. I'm not about the elk. Oh, shoot. That's actually it's like a good size elk, actually. Look at that freaking thing. Holy shiznit. That is a giant elk. Oh, Thanksgiving Day turkey. I don't have my premier rifle either. Is that a good shot? I think. Go down. Go down, elk. Might have got a little bit of shoulder blade there. Oh man, I couldn't not get that elk. Did you see the size of that elk? It was huge. Where's he going to the lake? How are we supposed to know which way to go? You come back up here? Is that my decoy? Got my decoys out there doing work. Where the frick is this elk, though? There she is. There she is. Turkey for the table. Turkey for the table. We got one turkey coming in. Whoa, what do we got going on here? Oh, a bunch of coyotes just showed up. Probably gonna freaking get Mrs. Gobbles here. I don't think we're gonna bring in a Tom, everyone. Oh, she's about to get... She's come too close to the blind now. We can't get her. Hey! He is hit. He looks hurt. We did hit him, everyone. Wish I had an elk call. Is that gonna do it? Got ourselves a coyote. Look at this guy. Here we go. Right in the neck. Female. We'll sell it. There he is. Oh my god. We got him. Thank goodness. Now we can go back to our Thanksgiving Day. Is he still alive? No, he's down. Look at that. 333. I don't know if that's good. Yes. Looks amazeballs. Definitely taxidermizing that. I don't know if that's a good elk or not, but in my book, it is. So, fantastic. Back to turkey hunting. But first, a little historical facts here. In 1769, a little bit more in the future here, there was an attempt to gain more attention in the New England area by the descendants of those who settled in Plymouth, to kind of gain more people to come into the New England area, and they were kind of advertising that it was the birthplace of America and it was the site of the first Thanksgiving, as if you needed another reason to hate the Patriots. A little while longer, in 1789, George Washington decided that as a way to kind of celebrate the end of the Revolutionary War as well as celebrate the Constitution, he thought that Thanksgiving should be a holiday. But everyone decided, right now is not the time. Let's not make it formal. Not right now. No, that'd be too much. All right, everyone, we are back in the meadow, and we just got a gobble from near the lake where we just harvested the elk, actually. Oh man, we have two. We have two gobblers. All right, so I think if he's gonna be up there near that road, if that is the road, assuming that's the road. Oh shoot, there's an elk. Well, now they're way off in that direction. Let's go ahead and start calling, because we at least need to. If they're going that way. Oh, shoot. There he is. We've got eyes on everybody. There is our Thanksgiving Day meal right there. 6.8 to 9.5 pounds. I honestly don't know if that's good. I honestly don't remember what my gobblers weighed in real life. I can't remember. Better call again. Couldn't see once they got to this tree. I couldn't see anymore. So this time we're just gonna sit right at this tree. Look at that, we can see right there. They are right there. .8 to 9.5. I don't see that other Tom anymore. Saw him at the top of the hill, but now I don't see him anymore. Looks like we piqued his curiosity. He had took a big sigh of like, I don't know if I want to go any further. Oh, and there's that Tom in the back. We are prepared. Oh, there's 3 of them. Got one over here. Come up a little bit higher, further, dude. Yeah. Building suspense, eh? You just want to freaking get those turkeys. But first, we gotta finish our Thanksgiving Day story as I change the light here. My goodness gracious. 1837, a writer / editor by the name of Sarah Josepha Hale. Yes, that Sarah Josepha Hale. The writer of Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's the one. That's the one. She started a job editing and writing columns for Godey's Ladybook back in the 1800s. This was like a sick magazine, I've got to tell you. It was good. I know nothing about it. But she started spreading the word after a book she wrote about how Thanksgivings in New England were like the best thing ever. And I mean, it was spreading. By this point in the 1850s, there were 30 states or territories where they were just celebrating Thanksgiving. Just because it sounded like a great idea. People had thought about it before, and finally they were like, you know what? Let's just do it. We're a state. We can decide to have a Thanksgiving, by golly. And it became a thing, statewide anyway, for a couple of different states. But in 1846, old Sarah, this amazing gal she starts writing straight to Abraham Lincoln saying, hey, you know, you have the power. You have the responsibility. Make this a national holiday, will you? And he said, I got some stuff going on, important things, but I'll get to it at some point. Come 1862, Abraham Lincoln said, yes, Sarah Josepha Hale, I've listened to that new sick track you put out, Mary Had a Little Lamb, love it, and I think Thanksgiving is a fantastic idea. 1862, remind you, Civil War going on. Abraham Lincoln thinks Thanksgiving is just what the nation needs to join everyone together, unify everyone together. But the thing you should know is that Thanksgiving is such a strange concept. It's like anyone who won a battle, anyone who survived a ship across the Atlantic Ocean, they wanted to create a Thanksgiving, basically. But it wasn't until this day that they decided to make it all about that time, way back with the Pilgrims coming across, meeting the Wampanoag Indian or Native Americans and all that. That's how our Thanksgiving came to be. Now let's kill some darn turkeys. Oh, we got him! I went for that farther one. I kept looking in the binoculars, and I wasn't impressed by this one's beard, but I could swear I never looked in the binoculars to see for sure, but I could swear I could see the beard on this one walking. Let's go. We got 2 turkeys for the Thanksgiving Day table. Here we go. Can we see the beard just from right here? Ah, it doesn't look like it. I was hoping, if anything, that one was bigger, just because it kind of came in at the end there, and we had this one coming to us the whole time. Oh man. Oh man. All right, well, let's start with this one. This is the one we first had in front of us. 27.729. Let's take a quick pick. You know, I'm just gonna assume, since we can't even see the beard on this one, it's a small one. Let's not even worry about it. Sell it. So that was 27. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this one. 27 versus, what are we looking at here? 46! Way bigger! Oh my gosh. See, told you, everyone. Told you. You all thought I was crazy to go ahead and do that. Oh, I think I got it. I got it. our Thanksgiving Day bird. Yes! That's it. That's it. That's our bird. Except, we're gonna sell it. That's our Thanksgiving Day bird, everyone. Oh my gosh, that was a good time. Anyway, everyone, that's it. Oh my gosh, Bjorn is tired. You're getting out of frame, Bjorn. You gotta keep looking at the camera. Anyway, I hope all of you have a happy Thanksgiving. Bjorn, you gonna say anything? He says no. Just put me down. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. It's the day before right now, but we have a bird on the table. We have a Bjorn on the table. Bjorn, you're not staring at the camera. You gotta look at the camera, buddy. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're all having a good time. But yeah, eat a bunch of food, have a good time, and then come back with new enthusiasm for hunting and the Hunter Call the Wild. That's it. That's it from me, everyone. That's it from me. That's it from Bjorn. As always, everyone, keep hunting. Never stop.